Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading today may apply to everyone watching. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and for your situation, and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages are coming through for the collective today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? I denied and doubted our connection because I couldn't believe it was real and happening to me. And you know what, guys? For everybody that goes through one of these connections, for everyone that experiences one of these soul deep love connections, they can't believe it's real or happening to them. It is one of those things that has to be experienced. You can't logically understand this kind of connection with your mind. It is something that is only to be felt with the heart and with the soul. And that can very be why your person denied it. They were unfamiliar with what they were feeling. It felt very different to them. They couldn't understand what was happening to them as the two of you were spending time together, and they felt this rush of love coming out of their heart, and they had never felt or experienced anything like that before, so they doubted it. And they denied it because they couldn't believe that it could happen to them. But as well, perhaps it's because they feel that they didn't deserve for something this magical and wonderful to happen to them. But if we look very closely at the words on this card, I denied and doubted. Those are past tense. I feel that this is telling us that your person can't deny or doubt this connection anymore because they are awakening to the power of this love. And they see and understand that, yes, this is real. This is a divine blessing from God, from their angels, from the universe. And it is real and it is happening to them. And I feel that this is going to allow them to show back up for you and stop denying it and stop doubting it, and be able to embrace this love and this connection because they understand now that it is real and it is happening for them and to them. And they want to explore so much of what destiny has in store for the two of you. With each day, the ache in my heart grows stronger. Well, I do feel that your person is missing you. They miss spending time with you. They miss laughing with you. They miss loving you. They miss talking to you. They miss just being in your presence and doing all of the things that you guys used to do together. Whether it was just talking across the distance if you're in a long distance connection. Whether it was going places and having wonderful dates and taking trips and doing wonderful activities together. Your person is definitely missing you because the ache in their heart is growing stronger every day. But so is the love that's in their heart. And as the love in their heart for you grows stronger each passing day, the ache in their heart is getting bigger as well because it is making them long for you. It is making them yearn for you. It is making them wish that you were right there next to them. But they know that they have to be the one who takes action here. They know they have to make the first move, and they know that they're the one who needs to initiate communication between the two of you, which is what they are thinking of doing right now. But I feel what is happening for your person. They are having to deal with this heartbreak that they brought upon themselves. And through this heartbreak and through the suffering that they are very possibly feeling right now, it is showing them that they need to do something, that they need to take action, because the only way this person can truly heal this ache in their heart is to start talking to you and reconciling with you and rebuilding this relationship with you so that your hearts can come into alignment with each other and heal each other from the split that has happened between the two of you. I'm trying to remain positive, but it's very difficult. Well, I feel that your person may be going through something here, guys. I feel this heartache that your person is feeling. They may be really taking that on at a deep level. But as we've always talked about in the past, when we have to deal with our heartache and with our emotional pain and suffering, it is the very teacher that we need to cause us to grow and evolve, to transform and change, and to do what we have to do to fix it, to make our life better, to heal our hearts, and to create that growth, because all of this in this connection with your person is a tremendous opportunity for spiritual and personal growth. And this is what is happening for your person right now. They are trying to remain positive because They know the two of you have a powerful connection, and they believe that the two of you are going to come back together because they know that you will find each other again because they understand this connection. They can't deny or doubt it anymore. And in the past, perhaps you guys tried to talk to them about the intensity of this connection and whether you were soulmates or twin flames, and they couldn't wrap their head around it because they'd never heard of this before. But they have a greater understanding of it now. So they are trying to remain positive in the belief that the two of you will come back together, in that you will reconcile and reunite and move towards union. But at the moment, because your person is having to feel each day the ache in their heart, and it's almost like every hour of every day it becomes this agonizing pain and this longing that they feel that is just dwelling up from within them, that is going, please fix this, I can't stand this heartache any longer. That is where their difficulty is, because they know that they need to make amends. They know that they need to show back up for you, and they are trying to figure out what the best approach is to come back in your direction. But they are in the place of figuring it out because they know that you are the one for them, and they know that this connection is real and that it is really happening for them as well. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to hear, please. What do we need to know? When things go wrong, you always make me feel better. Well, yes. You have always been this person's comfort. You have always been their strength. You have always been their light. You have always given them love. You have supported them and lifted them up when they're going through hard times. You have listened to their problems, either to give advice or just be a great listener. You have been there to put your hand on their shoulder when they were experiencing a rough time. When they were having problems, you were there as well, giving them advice, giving them counsel, just listening to them, but through your loving, nurturing presence, you always made them feel better, because this is the essence of who you are, and it is how you are, perhaps not just to your person, but to other people in your life as well, with your friends and your family. You always are able to make them feel better because you have that special quality within you that brings peace, that brings calm, that brings balance and grounding energy with you. But your person doesn't have your presence in their life right now, which is why it's difficult for them and why the ache in their heart is growing stronger. But they know there's only one solution, and that solution is to reach out to you so the two of you can start rebuilding, so the two of you can open the lines of communication and start talking and texting and doing what you need to do to reconcile with each other. But so much more than that, have this powerful new beginning on a much higher spiritual place than where this relationship was in the past. Because although your person denied and doubted this connection because they couldn't believe it was real, they see and understand now that it is real and it is happening for them. So no more denial, no more doubting, just your person being able to contribute to this relationship the way that they need to. I'm experiencing a dark night of the soul. Well, the dark night of the soul is a wake-up call. A dark night of the soul is a major reckoning with the universe. And if we do not learn the lessons that we have to learn for our lifetimes, we can go through a dark night of the soul. And you guys have been through it, you guys watching the reading. That was probably triggered within you when your person ghosted, when they ran, when they doubted or denied this connection, when they said they no longer had feelings for you, or when they said that all of this was just something that was in your head, or when they said they didn't care about you anymore and they were moving on. That will trigger a dark night of the soul because it makes us feel like we are in this rock bottom place. And when we are in that rock bottom place, there's only one way to go. You can stay in that rock bottom place for a while and kind of like be in that space of misery and heartache and heartbreak. Or you can choose to lift yourself up and out of that dark place, which is what we are destined to do. And I feel that your person is trying to pull themselves up and out of this dark night right now. I do feel this is very possibly what many of your people are going through, you guys watching the reading. I feel your person is definitely going through some sort of dark night here because they're trying to remain positive, but it's difficult. My Heartache grows stronger every day, and you are not there right now to give them that love, that strength, that inspiration, or that support that you have always given them. So they are having to work through it. But this is what they have to work through on their own. You cannot help them work through a dark night of the soul, because if you do, they will have another one, and that one will be worse than the one that they're going through right now. So let them go through it. What you can do is you can say a prayer for them. You can light a candle for them. You can send them love. And when you pray, ask for their strength and their courage. Ask that they find their confidence. Ask that they receive their clarity, because these are the things that your person needs right now to work through this dark night. And those are the things that your person needs within their character to be able to make their way back to you. But this dark night is something we all go through, and we've all gone through probably several dark nights in our lives. It's just what we have to go through. It's because where the change occurs. It's where the transformation happens. It's where our growth happens. It's where that spiritual maturing comes from. And this is what your person perhaps needs at the moment, because they need to grow up so that they can return to you and be the accountable and responsible partner that you need them to be. But let's see what else we get. This is going to be an interesting tarot portion for the reading, I think, today, guys. But let's see what we get. Let's see what we need to know. What is coming through here? What do we need to hear, please, for this message today? Well, this is the Hangman. Actually, the Hangman is a good card to get with these cards that we have for this top portion of the reading today, guys, because the Hangman is about your person being able to see things clearer. They're seeing things from a different perspective. They are able to have that clarity. They are able to have that awakening that they need. And that is what a dark night of the soul is. It is to awaken us. It is to shake us up and wake us up to the power of who we are, because it takes your power to pull yourself up and out of that dark space. And this is what I feel your person is doing right now with this Hanged Man. But the Hangman is also a card that tells us your person wants to hold on to you, and they want to hang on to this relationship because they are stuck on you. The Hangman is ruled by Pisces. But what else is interesting with the Hangman? They've had epiphanies. They are having breakthroughs. So although they may be going through this dark night at the moment, they are having a series of places along the way that are giving them clarity so that they can see the reality, so that they can see the truth of everything, and also in terms of the actions and the steps that they need to take to journey back to you, because that is how this reading started. I denied. I doubted. Those are past tense. This is something that your person was believing in the past, but not now. They do not deny. They do not doubt, because they understand that this connection between the two of you is real and happening for them, because they have had this reality check, this wake-up call that comes with that Hanged Man. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What do we need to hear? What is coming through? This is the Hierophant. Well, that's interesting, because the Hierophant is the counselor and the teacher. And the Hierophant as well is where we learn our lessons. Your person is perhaps getting some sort of counseling to help them work through this dark night of the soul. Perhaps they are visiting some sort of spiritual healers that are practicing different modalities like Reiki or some other type of energy healing. Perhaps they are talking to a counselor or a professional to help them work through their issues. Perhaps they're having conversations with well-meaning friends or family members to help them work through their issues as well. Or they could be taking some sort of course, some sort of online thing, or maybe they're going away for the weekend to some sort of weekend seminar, or what are those things called? Retreats, something like that, with the Hierophant showing up, because the Hierophant is about healing these things from the past. But the Hierophant as well is about your person wanting to have this traditional relationship with you and seeing this relationship as the one for them, the one that will go long-term to this long-term partnership and commitment place. The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, but let's see what else we need to know. What other messages are coming through, please? What else do we need to hear for this message today? What does the collective need? Well, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Goodness, major arcana today. Well, actually, it makes sense that we have major arcana cards so far because this seems to be a very spiritual reading at the moment, because your person is definitely going through something. The Wheel of Fortune is about the destiny that's here between you and your person. Your person being able to acknowledge that there is still so much more to this story than where we currently stand. There's more than meets the eye, and where you currently stand with your person is very different from where it is going to end up, guys, at the end of the day. You aren't even at the place where you have begun to fulfill this love destiny that you share with this person, because the Wheel of Fortune is about the karma that you agree to have with each other for these life lessons and experiences. I am not talking about a karmic. I am talking about the karma. And karma is that soul blueprint. It is that soul contract that you share with your person, that you are going to have, that you agree to have with your guides present, with your angels present, with the energy of your person present. These life lessons and experiences that are going to give you that growth, that awakening, that spiritual transformation that you need for this lifetime, because that is why we're here. We are here to transform and evolve. We are here to have these dark nights of the soul because we come out of it on the other end with this great sense of enlightenment and understanding. And that is part of the process of these kind of connections. But with the Wheel of Fortune as well, it says that things are changing because your person is changing and transforming, because they can definitely see the light and they are healing. They see the truth and they can acknowledge what the truth is now, that this connection is real and it is happening, but they weren't ready for it, which is why they denied and doubted it. They couldn't wrap their head around it. But their heartache that they feel for you is definitely screaming out at them to take action and follow through and make something happen. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of the universe, and it is in constant motion. It is constantly spinning around. So as things are in this moment, 10 moments from now, things can and will be very different. But this is as well about the life lessons and experiences that you and your person are having together as part of your love destiny. And you haven't gotten to the good part yet, but the good part is coming, because the Hierophant is about long-term partnership. Let's see what else. What other messages are coming through? What do we need to hear, please? What do we need to know? Well, this is the Hermit. More major arcana. Good grief. Okay, the Hermit. I love this Hermit card because I really think that that rock is just super cool. It's like an onion ring or a donut. Maybe a very thin donut, but I think that stone circle ring is pretty cool. The Hermit tells us your person is in this place of isolation at the moment. They are very shut down, and that is part of the dark night of the soul experience. We go to that place where we isolate, where we're shut down, because that is what we need to do. That is where we need to do it, rather. You can't go through a dark night of the soul really with a lot of people around you, because you really just kind of like want to hibernate. You want to kind of like cocoon yourself and address those things that are within you that you need to work on and heal and release. And that is what the Hierophant and the Hermit are about. The Hermit is about looking within, doing that deep soul searching and that inner reflection to identify those things within us that we need to fix. And we all have them. Every single one of us has something within us that we need to work on, that we need to heal, resolve, and fix, no matter what that is. It could be our fears, our insecurities, our abandonment issues. It could be a wounded inner child. Whatever it is, it requires us to look within ourselves. But that is what your person is doing right now, so that they can make their way back to you, this healed and transformed person. But as well, this Hermit card really supports this with each day. The ache in my heart grows stronger, because I feel your person is definitely lonely without you. They miss you with the Hermit showing up, and they understand that this period of isolation that they've brought upon themselves really needs to come to an end, so that they can make their way back to you and start having this beautiful partnership with you that will be so much more stable moving forward. The Hierophant is all about stability. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo. But let's see what else. Well, I dropped too many cards there. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know for this reading today, please? What do we need to hear? What is coming through? What is happening here? Well, this is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles tells us your person is thinking. They are thinking a lot, but they are also thinking about this life with you. They are thinking about where they made these mistakes along the way, and they are very carefully plotting a strategy of how they're going to fix it. As well, with the Knight of Pentacles, they are thinking about this future with you and what that future would look like. Perhaps they're considering what the house would look like that you would live in together, whether you would have a garden, whether you would have friends and family over for the weekends, what you guys would do for the weekends, where you would take trips. This is about your person thinking about this life with you. But as well, the Knight of Pentacles does move slowly. And if your person is going through these things that are on the top row of cards here, it would explain why things are moving a little slowly for you and your person right now, or for your person to make their way back to you. However, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who wants to reach out and communicate. The Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign, so that is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But as well, this is about your person seeing and understanding that they need to be more grounded. And you will see them being more grounded as they make their way back to you, but also more trustworthy and reliable, dependable, and dedicated to you and to this relationship. On the bottom, we do have the Tower. The Tower is a major wake-up call. And it's interesting because I'm going to drop that right on top of the Hangman. So I feel your person has definitely had an awakening. The Tower is like a sudden change happening, just out of the blue, just waking up one day and making those changes and doing what needs to be done to make their way back to you. Sometimes the Hangman can indicate that things are in suspended animation, things aren't moving, and your person is just kind of like twisting and turning and trying to figure out which way to turn. But that Tower is going to get them moving. It is about a major epiphany happening for your person. The Five of Pentacles, well, the Five of Pentacles is not a happy card. It is a card of sorrow and worry and sadness, definitely supporting this dark night of the soul statement here, because your person can understand where they failed themselves and where they failed you, and they're worried about it. They have some anxiety about it. But the Five of Pentacles is really a card of abandonment. And they understand now that by denying and doubting this connection, they abandoned this relationship and this connection and you, but also themselves. So as well, part of this dark night experience that your person is having is them having to acknowledge that they've abandoned themselves through all of this by running and ghosting and denying the connection and doubting everything that was happening and just living in that place of fear. But again, this is a powerful teacher that your person needs, because it has given them that wake-up call, and that's what that Tower is all about. Waking them up and shaking them up to get them moving back in your direction. The positive thing about the Five of Pentacles is that it comes with a number 5. So it tells us that things are changing in this connection with your person, because your person is definitely transforming and changing. And we can say that with the Hierophant and the Hermit being here, that is about them healing and releasing things that have been blockages and obstacles to this relationship. We also have the Eight of Wands, and I love the Eight of Wands because it is all about getting things moving and getting them out of stagnation, very much like that Tower card. This Eight of Wands card comes with a lot of dandelions, so if you guys like to just blow those wishes out upon those dandelions and let them go to the universe, there's also some very cute foxes on this card. The deck that we're using today is the Shadowscapes Tarot, but this Eight of Wands as well is about a message coming from your person. Your person initiating communication, supporting that Knight of Pentacles, because this Knight of Pentacles is going to reach out and talk to you. That is the energy of that card. And they want to talk about an offer. And that offer, I feel, is seeing if you'll talk to them, seeing if you'll spend time with them, seeing if you'll hear them out, seeing if you will listen to what they have to say. Because we also have this Three of Pentacles, which is about the builder. And this Three of Pentacles in this deck is actually very beautiful. And I just noticed this the other day. There is a couple here. You can barely tell because it kind of like looks a little bit like stone in a way, because the Three of Pentacles is about building a cathedral in the traditional tarot decks. But the Three of Pentacles is the card of the builder. And it tells us that your person wants to build this relationship with you from the ground up. And that makes sense with this Knight of Pentacles, with the Hierophant as well, because they want it to be stable. They want it to be safe. They want it to be solid. They want it to be secure. But as well, with this Three of Pentacles being here, it tells us that your person sees you as the perfect partner for them. They feel the two of you make a great team together. I'm not talking about a softball team or a football team, but a couple team. They see that you are perfect when you are in harmony with each other. But this is about them wanting to do the work and show back up for you and show you through their efforts and through their energy and through their love that they are willing to do what is absolutely necessary to build this relationship back stronger and better, on this better foundation, with deep roots of love for the two of you than it was ever there before. It is about them being a better communicator. It is about them being committed and making compromises so that you can work through your problems and your issues with peaceful resolution instead of them blowing things up and blowing things way out of proportion. This is about your person doing the work side by side with you to build this happy, healthy relationship. But let's see what else we need to know. We'll use some oracle cards now to see what else is coming through. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What else do we need to hear, please? What do we need to know? Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What do we need to hear? What is coming through? What is happening here? Lost in space, needing direction. Well, I do feel that this has been your person for some time. I don't feel that they are still lost in space. Wasn't there a program called Lost in Space? I swear I used to watch that when I was a child with that weird robot, Danger Will Robinson, or something like that. That robot, I loved that robot. Back to the reading, Lost in Space, needing direction. This card comes with number 36. If anyone resonates with 36 or 3 or 6, although that does resolve to 9, which indicates the end of this cycle. And I really feel with what we are seeing that your person is going through at the moment, we are approaching the end of this cycle of separation and coming to the cycle of reunion, reconciliation, and starting over. I do feel that your person has been lost for quite some time. But I feel that they have found themselves, and they are continuing to find themselves and find their way back to you. This is about them figuring themselves out. They've had many epiphanies. They've had breakthroughs. They see the truth. They see reality. They get it. And they have just been lost. But they don't want to be lost anymore. They want to return to you and to this love. And this is part of the reason why they are going through this experience that they're going through right now, to heal, to resolve the problems that they've been carrying with them, to get rid of past trauma and chaos that's been in their lives so that they can show back up for you and be the partner who will build a relationship with you. Relationships don't happen by themselves. You can't just go into the relationship and poof, it just magically happens. It would be nice if it was that way, but with this Wheel of Fortune being here, underneath here, that is about the two of you having that experience of building this partnership together. But the building of a partnership together where your counterpart is contributing to building this relationship through being a better communicator, by being there for you, by investing time, effort, love, and energy into this relationship. You are both learning and growing through that, because I do feel for a lot of you watching the reading, it will be a very different experience for you than what you've experienced with them in the past, right? It may be a different experience for them as well, especially if they've never had a healthy relationship. They're going to have to learn all of this, but this is part of that Wheel of Fortune karma that I was talking about, where you have these life lessons and experiences to have with each other for your personal and spiritual growth. Your person's no longer lost. They are finding their way back to you, and they have needed direction, and the universe is responding. Their angels and guides and God is responding, and they are helping your person figure themselves out so that they can come back to you, so the two of you can rebuild this relationship. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. Unmarked trail, revelation. I somehow really like the image on this card because I'm not really quite sure what it is. It looks like it is just stacked stones, but then it looks like it could be some sort of carved sandstone or some other thing kind of piled up here. Unmarked trail. This card comes with number 57, and I love the color green, but it is about revelation. Things being revealed to your person. These truths being exposed to your person. It is about them having that breakthrough that they have needed for so very long, to be able to see and understand that, yes, I believe this is real. I can see and understand why this was happening to me. I wasn't willing to admit it before, but I get it now because I have awakened to all of this. I have had a lot of epiphanies. I have had a lot of breakthroughs, and I am seeing the truth. And the truth is setting me free from the things that have kept me bound and bandaged and bonded to these things in my past that I want to release and I want to get rid of. And I don't want these things to negatively impact my life anymore. And I certainly don't want them to negatively affect our relationship anymore. This is why I am doing this work on myself, so I can make my way back to you, so that I can show you that I want to build a relationship with you that will stand the test of time as we come into union with each other. Clear out the old. I love this card. I say that to so many cards, guys. I'm so sorry, but it is true. It's the image on this card. It's just got so much going on. Clear out the old. This comes with number 5. Okay, so let's look at this and see what we have going on here. First of all, the first thing that speaks to me is this beautiful owl. Your person gaining wisdom, and your person has needed some wisdom, but they've gotten that now. They have attained and achieved that wisdom because this is what's allowing them to see things from a different perspective and see things much more clearly. As well, this person, this female figure here, she looks to me because she is blindfolded, very much like the Justice card. And that as well is about your person having an awakening, but also wanting to contribute to you and to this relationship, supporting that 3 of coins, that 3 of pentacles. Here we have Stonehenge in the upper right corner of this card with the sun rising on the summer solstice. Or the winter solstice. Maybe it's both. I can't remember. Maybe somebody knows. If you know, please drop a line about that. When does the sun rise through the stones at Stonehenge? Is it the winter or the summer solstice? I know it's one or perhaps both. But I feel, oh look, there's also a clock in there, kind of like superimposed on top of that Stonehenge. First time I've seen that. I feel that this tells us your person knows that it's time to get moving, that time is of the essence and they need to move and groove and make their way back to you. We also have this keyhole here in the place where this woman's heart is. Your person's saying that you hold the key to their heart, but also this purple rose to ask if you're going to forgive them. This is about your person getting rid of all of the crap that has ever held them back from being able to be your partner. It is about them using the energy of the Hermit and the Hierophant to work through their dark night of the soul and get rid of these things that are no longer useful and definitely no longer present in their life. That old conditioning, that narrative that they've been having in their head all the time towards themselves about who they are and they're not worthy and you don't deserve this and you don't deserve that. All those things are going to be gone because your person is getting rid of things that no longer serve them. And they don't want these things to negatively affect their life anymore or this relationship. We also have a beautiful shooting star here with a beautiful rainbow tail, telling us to be hopeful and optimistic about the situation, but also concerning your person, being able to work through their stuff, being able to work through their issues that have held them back from being able to be your partner as they make their way back to you. And of course, more dandelions here as well. Blow that wish out to the universe, guys, because the people upstairs are listening. Your angels and guides are always listening. And if you ever need them, just call out for them, because that is why they're here. That is their job. They are here to support us, to lift us up, to love us and encourage us and give us that guidance and comfort that we need. Because I do feel with that Lost in Space card, your person is definitely calling out to the powers that be as well just now, whether that is God, whether that is the universe, their angels and guides, whatever it is for your person. They are definitely listening to that divine guidance just now, and there is divine protection around this connection as well. You guys have to remember that, because this is a spiritual counterpart connection. The divine is at work in your lives all the time, even though at times we can't see it, but they are definitely there at work in your lives. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. Clown. Appearances, humiliation, and feeling ashamed. Well, this I feel is a lot like the Fool, actually. And I do feel that your person feels rather foolish for how they've acted. They can see and understand the words and actions and behaviors that they brought into this relationship that were so very hurtful to you, but also to themselves, which is why the ache in their heart is growing stronger every day. They understand that their words and their actions hurt you so deeply, but it also hurt them by hurting you, because you do feel that empathy between your souls. Your broken heart is feeding your person's broken heart, because both of your hearts are broken and you need to come back into alignment with each other. But I do feel that your person feels very ashamed for how they acted and how they treated you in this connection in terms of words, actions, and low vibration behaviors that were so hurtful to you and to this relationship. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we need to know. Let's see what else is coming through, please. What do we need to hear? What is coming through? Regrets. Blameable. Well, your person is taking ownership for this, and they understand that it is primarily their responsibility. They know they have no one to blame but themselves. And this is about them being distant at the moment. They are in this place of self-imposed isolation, because I feel for many of you, your person could definitely be going through this dark night of the soul right now, but they are waking up, which is the key point here. And they feel guilty and they feel ashamed. And this is part of their regret, but this is also part of the things that they have to work through. They have to work through how embarrassed they are in terms of how they treated you. And they will, because they know that this needs to be gone from them as they make their way towards you, because they want to come at you with power and confidence. So while they may feel ashamed at the moment, they are going to put that aside to make their way to you, to reach out and communicate with you, because we do have communication here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. This does tell us that communication is coming. They will work through their feelings of embarrassment and feeling ashamed to reach out to talk to you, because they want to apologize and they want to set things right between you guys, because they want to rebuild this relationship. Separation. Silence, longing for you, and distance. Well, that is currently where you guys are at the moment. And I do feel this is about your person longing for you. And they feel this distance. They feel this separation. With each day, the ache in my heart grows stronger. They are definitely feeling it. But they also know that they are the one who needs to bridge this distance between the two of you, so the two of you can come back together. And this is what they are saying now. I long for you. This distance between us is deafening. I hate this silence. I want to come back in your direction. I want to come back to the light of your love, because I have awakened to so much about us about this connection and about this relationship, because I wasn't ready for you when we first met, which is why I denied and doubted it. But through this time of us being away from each other, I see and understand everything now with so much greater clarity than I ever did before. And I am making my way towards you because it's time for us to start building a partnership together. But let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages are coming through? What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Admire, inspired by you. Well, you are definitely an inspiration in this person's life. Songs. I do feel that they are listening to songs that remind them of you. Whether you shared playlists with them or they shared theirs with you, they are definitely listening to songs and to the lyrics of those songs, because it is helping them think of you and it is helping them feel your presence as if you are right there, because you do share this strong emotional bond and telepathic love with each other. You do share this telepathy and empathy with each other. You can feel and experience each other even in this place of separation. But that is how these connections work. Your person, I do feel, is ready to stop doubting and denying this connection. But they have had to have and go through and experience this major wake-up call in order for them to do that. Their longing for you is screaming out at them within their heart and within their soul every day. And they desire to make their way back to you. But they have so many regrets. They have so much guilt. They're very ashamed of themselves and even embarrassed for how they treated you. And they want to make amends because they admire you and they love you. They are clearing out the old, getting rid of things that have held them back, because they see and understand now with so much greater clarity, because there are major wake-up calls all over this reading, guys. Actually, there are major wake-up calls all over this reading. They are making their way back to you because they have been lost and they have needed direction. But the universe is giving them the direction that they need as they make their way back to you, because your person desires to rebuild this relationship and they want to make it stable. They want to make it rock solid, where there is an abundance of love and support and free-flowing energy between the two of you as you rebuild this solid partnership on a rock solid foundation with each other. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching. Have a great day, everyone.